All right, just another quick one. So, old Joey boy is at it again. See, there's no honor amongst thieves, like they say. So, some people try to get upset. If you look at it, Trump ain't upset either. He's looking like me, like okay. But really, what I've been laughing and leaving comments about is he did that shit on purpose. He might be have dementia or other old folks disease, but he knew what he's doing. Yeah, he's gonna reflect on her. Like that's what they call, Trump's us in private or stuff like that. They threw him under the bus or whatever. They kicked him out and replaced him. And he's getting back at her. He's making sure. It's not that Joe's a patriot, It's that he's it's like the revenge that he wanted or whatever, the hatred, he just maybe it's gone, and he just don't care. So he's like, man, fuck it. It was a dumb plan anyway. I don't care because he knows all it was to just stop other people from having a good life. So he don't care either or. He got his. He can get the fuck out. Yeah, the shit they always say about us.
He's talking about nurses. He's talking about teachers. He's talking about everyday Americans who love their country and want to dream big again and support you, Mr. President. And I hope their campaign is about to apologize for what Joe Biden just said. We are not garbage. We are patriots who love America. And thank you for running, Mr. President.
All right, so there you get Trump hearing it in real time. And again, for any of you that have been to a Trump rally, or more, I guess more importantly, for those of you that haven't been to a Trump rally, what you see there is a celebration of America. There is very little about every political issue. Yes, he talks about the border, he talks about the economy, obviously, but that's not exactly what's bringing all these people together. What's bringing them together is they love America. Was there something on a hat that says something about that? Yeah, I think there is. There's a red hat. You may have seen it, and that gets to the heart.
Yeah, but see, like my point, and there's a few people that think the same, that he's doing it on purpose. Yeah, Joe Biden, the evil, revengeful genius. See, yeah, he knows what he's doing. And some people are thinking it's just like last week or the week before last when he said he threw under the bus for the first time. No, we worked hand in hand. My staff, we were interlocked. And, like, yeah, all these policies that y'all hate, yada, yada, yada. Y'all, yeah, she was there. She's right with me. Lock, stop, right in step with me. And this one right here.
My name is Ronald Burgess. I am a former senior intelligence official.
I'm Carly Coppice, and I'm the Weld County Clerk and Recorder in Colorado.
Days away from the first polls closing for the presidential election, but Republicans...
So that one, we knew they was gonna, this judge, but why, that's what I'm saying. How are these people allowed to do stuff like that? Judge or not. He, they and like they said, those people, if you remember, or you can look it up, this was a couple of days ago, they blocked them from voting because they admitted on the form they're not Americans. So what is the problem? They're not citizens. And the judge said, no, you can't do that. They can vote. It's like, that is insanity. Why? But so the Supreme Court
from the Supreme Court. Ron Jones is here live breaking down the ruling concerning the state of Virginia. Ron.
Yeah, this is big news for Republicans there. Hours ago, the justices decided to allow Virginia to purge suspected non-citizens from the voter registration rolls ahead of next Tuesday's election. So this follows a federal judge's earlier decision that required the state to restore some voter registrations. 3 liberal justices disagreed with the Supreme Court's ruling. However, ultimately, the decision allows Virginia to proceed with removing non-citizens before November 5th.
And then another thing, I don't know how they get my address and no return address, Katie or whatever the fuck. I just got this in the mail, got my name on it, and it got my mailing, my full mailing address and name on the envelope. It could be on the rolls. They got the election rolls, voter rolls registered. As a working American volunteer, I want to highlight the need for more affordable housing through new construction. Like I said, all these people are Democrats, communists, and they think nobody knows why the housing is not affordable. It's not because they need more housing. There's empty houses. There are whole developments that went under because of the bust, this and that. And so all this communist crap and sabotaging everything first and then making it so then trying to come in and swoop and say, yeah, see the problem in America and whatever country, Germany, we need more. Europe, you're over here in Europe, the kind of we need more affordable housing. The people can. It's like, no, you communists fucked up everything, and now you're trying to make it like. But everybody knows, everybody's on your trick. You fucked up the economy. You took the jobs away. You bought these politicians who took jobs away and sent it to communist China and other places, so that people don't have no money. And the ones who do want to work, they get defeated. And they have no recourse. So then you come back and try to, like I said, it's like what you tried with me. You sabotage me. So all the people around me can say, I knew you was going to get brought down. It's like, no, I didn't get brought down. You had to have the government sabotage me. Now, you couldn't do it by yourself. You had to have the whole Democrat Party and fake, rhinos sabotage me. That took millions of dollars to try to hurt me. So yeah, it's like, nah, you didn't beat me. Still aren't winning. Oh, here we go. 10 hours ago. Oh, this is 10 hours ago. See, this is what I mean by here we go. This one says Joe Biden damaged Kamala's campaign. But either way, like I said, all of them are the ones, I had stopped watching. The Sky News is just like, Fox. How's it there's civil rights? These people are clowns.
Election day is 6 days away, and we are tracking the presidential candidates' final push to voters. Thank you so much for joining us on WUSA 9 and streaming on WUSA 9 Plus. I'm Simone D'Alba. Here are 3 things you need to know about the campaign trail today. First, right now, Vice President Kamala Harris is in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Her campaign event is expected to begin in the next 30 minutes, and she'll be traveling to Madison, Wisconsin.
Get them next time. You want to vote that bad? That's great. But you got to wait until you get your citizenship. You are the citizen. It's like, these people are fucking crazy. They literally up here trying to vote. Fight. Can you go to another country? Nobody can go to another country and fight for your rights. You have rights as a visitor. You there on vacation you got a passport. You there for, a week. But you can't stay there and then fight for your rights and Paris or a country in Africa. Yeah, sneak your ass in somewhere in Africa, one of those countries. Nigeria, especially South Africa. Go to South Africa. Ethiopia or wherever. Well, all one of those countries and sneak in and demand your rights.
Tonight. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump will be in Green Bay, Wisconsin tonight for a campaign rally. Former NFL quarterback Brett Favre is expected to be a guest speaker there. And lastly, as we get closer to Election Day, civil rights groups are pushing back on the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to allow Virginia to move forward with the purging of 1,600 names from the voter roll. We did first bring you this as breaking news at noon. Rafael Sanchez Cruz is live in Alexandria. And Rafa, there's been a lot of back and forth on this issue. Is there a concern here that eligible voters in Virginia will simply sit this election out?
There is that concern, Simone. So, as you've mentioned it before, these advocate groups are concerned because they're thinking that people that are on this purge list, some of those who we've reached out to and didn't even know were on it, they're concerned that these voters who have been unlawfully removed will simply assume that they're not eligible to vote for some reason, or that they won't take the extra steps to re-register and actually vote.
I'm very pleased. Tonight, Governor Glenn Youngkin is celebrating the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to allow for his non-citizen voter purge program to continue with the removal of 1,600 Virginians from the voter roll just 6 days away from the election. That just provides further comfort across the Commonwealth that this election will be secure, it will be accurate, it will reflect the will of the voters. But the High Court's decision does not reflect the will of these voters.
Which is sending a disturbing message, and that our voices are not valued. And
you're not. If you're an illegal immigrant, like I said, if any of you who are mad about this and you were born here, go sneak your ass into Mexico or wherever you want to go. Try to sneak into Canada. Go buy a plane ticket and you got your passport, but stay there. Go to Paris and stay there and see how valuable your voice is when you start trying to vote and have an opinion and yada yada yada. You done lost your fucking stupid ass mind.
Wanted and not American.
No, it's not wanted. If you're not a citizen, that's the end of it. Like I said, sneak into another country and see if your voice is wanted. I want my voice to be wanted. What are you doing here? Well, I had a passport and I was here on vacation for a week and I decided to stay. I just said I'm living here. I just decided to stay. I found a little flop house to stay in, and but I can't get a job and I can't, so I want my voice to be heard. Sir, you're going to be deported. No, but my voice should be heard. I want to feel valued, sir. You said you just stayed here. You're about to be deported. So that's the end of it. You can feel valuable in your home country.
That eligible citizens have been disenfranchised by this purge program.
Justices Sonia Sotomayor, Elena Kagan, and Ketanji Brown Jackson said they would have denied the request from Virginia officials.
This is a win for common sense. It's a win for the rule of law. It means that Virginia can continue to be allowed to follow our own laws.
Advocacy groups who filed the lawsuit against Youngkin's program insist that what the Commonwealth is doing is impacting eligible voters.
There's two buckets of people who...
How's it impacting you? If you live there, you were born there, or you moved there, when I moved here, it was simple. You just change. All you gotta do is register, yada yada yada. Show your drive, you got one for up here now. You switch over, change your mailing. Yeah, basically, you just gotta change your mailing address because you moved there. So who is being affected? Who's an American citizen? How are they being affected?
Been removed from the rolls. One are people who were not citizens when they obtained their driver's license, and then who since became...
Why the hell they was able to... so that's some bullshit right there. How the hell they was allowed to obtain a driver's license and they're not a fucking citizen? You fucking Democrats are disgusted. That's why I said all you poor black folks, we ain't got no sympathy for you. You ain't got no car. They put you in jail. All that. You deserve everything if you're a Democrat. You deserve everything that fucking happens to you.
And then there's another bucket who made some error at the DMV, checking the wrong box.
Advocacy groups vow to continue the legal...
If you're that dumb, you don't need to be voting anyway. You're checking the wrong box. So no, we don't care. If you fucked up, you fucked up. And like I said, with the driver's license thing, how the hell you got a driver's license before you became a citizen? Now, I think if you got a driver's license in another country, you can legally drive. I looked it up years ago, like in Motor Trend or something like that when I was a kid. But because of September 11th, they might have changed everything. That's the communist shit.
Battle, but in the meantime, they urged those who have been purged unlawfully to vote.
The Commonwealth does allow voters to register at their polling place on Election Day and at any early voting site between now and November 2.
Now, if you're one of those voters who has been unlawfully removed, these advocates are telling you to reach out to nonpartisan hotlines if you experience some kind of issue when you're trying to vote or...
Yeah, this is the other thing. Like I said, remember I kept saying I stopped watching Fox. Like her and the other one, they put the Fox dude on there yesterday. So y'all are really just desperate. Like I said, that's why I stopped watching them. I stopped watching her a while back, and they start putting it. See, I'm not subscribed anymore. See, like 2 years ago, I'm like, y'all just like CNN. So they trying to sneak you back in here. But they, and the other one, the Trish Reagan, they all yesterday. So for some reason, all yesterday, both of them wore red attire. Desperation, exposing their own. Well, like I said, I had bit. And also, she had that dude Gutfield. That was one of the main reasons. Because you're not gonna talk shit to me, and I'm still support you. It did, but so that means I hurt your feelings when I left. If you're still coming back. And what are they doing with these weirdos? What, like I said, they keep sitting in. What the hell are they sitting? All these people over here making all this noise. No, we're not gonna thank communists. Or maybe somebody's playing their radio because they just ran away. Nobody wants communist Kamala. Joe Biden is mad at her, selling her out. And what the hell is it?
To take a good look because a $100,000 reward now being offered for information leading to the arrest of these guys caught on camera emptying mailboxes at an apartment complex in Cinco Ranch.
And investigators believe they are responsible for multiple thefts across Fort Bend County. Matt Doherty is hearing from Postal.
They don't even care. They ain't even wearing the mask. They're like, yeah, these Democrats ain't gonna do shit to us. Houston, federal, the feds, they know, they will say, everybody know about the feds. Feds, they let you go now. All we gotta say is we poor.
What started as a potential police brutality case has now turned into a major investigation of the Kissimmee Police Department. The state attorney saying a grand jury's findings have raised some concerns about the truthfulness of several officers. And now the police chief is stepping down. News 6's Mark Lehman is following the latest live. And Mark, the chief isn't the only one.
Yeah, her resignation came just yesterday, but it happened after the deputy chief stepped down last month. Now, both are among nearly a dozen members of Kissimmee Police.
Right now at 5, we now have the 911 call for help.
What the hell? Like I said, kid, feel sorry for you niggas. Chicago mayor.
To ensure that we don't lay people off. To ensure that we hold our obligations. To make sure that we continue to make sure that we invest in housing and youth employment and mental health and safety. That is why this budget currently includes a property tax increase of $300 million to fund and keep our commitment to fund not just our pension contributions, but to fund the future of our city. When it came down to either mass layoffs,
Joe Rogan is set to host Republican Vice President nominee J.D. Vance on his podcast in Austin, Texas on Wednesday. Following the viral success of former President Donald Trump's appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience, Trump's recent 3-hour interview exploded on YouTube with over 39 million views, despite claims the platform was suppressing it. Rogan previously declined a similar offer from Democratic Vice President Kamala Harris, whose team reportedly insisted on Rogan traveling to her and limiting the conversation to an hour, a third of Trump's chat. Rogan said he's open to speaking with Harris, adding, "My sincere wish is to just have a nice conversation. I hope we can make it happen." During his interview, Trump speculated Harris wouldn't handle a 3-hour session. "Can you imagine Kamala doing this?" he asked, joking she'd be laying on the floor calling for medics. Rogan's interview also stirred up buzz when fans accused YouTube of burying it in search results. YouTube responded, acknowledging issues with the video's visibility, and said it's been working to make the full episode
So what are acknowledging problems with video visibility? Yeah. So yeah, you just a big old Google, the biggest tech company or whatever with the most employees, doing nothing. There's a problem. But they sure can block comments like that for everybody. The videos, they can strike your video, your live stream.
easier to find. Rogan then posted directly on his X profile, drawing over 14 million views in just 24 hours. For more stories like these, be sure to subscribe to the New York Post.
There's nothing to clarify. She wanted it, she wanted to be in a controlled situation where she had to.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
These guys are coming here. I'm like, I love these guys so much. Too bad. It's just there's nothing going on.
Well, I heard you might have needed to cancel on us to get Kamala Harris on.
I was not going to do that. I would have had to. I knew you guys flew from England, and I wasn't going to cancel on you because she had an opportunity to come in. You could look at this and you say, oh, you're being a diva. But she had an opportunity to come here when she was in Texas, and I literally gave them an open invitation. I said, anytime. I said, if she's done at 10 o'clock, we'll come back here at 10 o'clock. I go, I'll do it at 9 in the morning. I'll do it at 10 p.m. I'll do it at midnight. She's up. She wants to, drink a Red Bull, fucking party on.
Yeah, but I think this idea that you're being a diva is silly because you're offering her the opportunity to do exactly what the other candidate did, right?
Well, she actually reached out when she found out that he was coming on. So their camp reached out to me. So I said, great, I would love to talk to her. But it was very difficult to tie it down, and they wanted to travel. And see, the thing is, like, you can't, if I go somewhere, then there's going to be other people in the room. And they want to control a lot of things, I'm sure, according to the Brett Breyer interview on Fox. Like, people are...
That's what I said. You know damn well that I know he's trying to be nice because of his platform, but the other day he was like, well, to be sure, I mean to clarify, be clear, she didn't turn it down. I'm like, yeah, she did. If she put all those stipulations, then she turned it down because she turned down your style, and Trump did it. Trump didn't need help. He didn't need, people in the room and this and that.
Even mom, that's a distraction. People in the room, like, my whole goal with her and with him is just talk. Just have a conversation like a human being. You find out things about people. You get a sense of them, at least, a real sense. That was it. I don't give a fuck what we talk about. I really don't. I just want to talk to you. Who the fuck are you?
Do you think they think that you're on his side and they're more wary of you?
I don't know. I mean, there's just because of my appearance, there's always been this assumption that I'm some right-wing MAGA guy. I was a Bernie supporter. You know, I am not. I'm a politically homeless person for sure. You know, I always considered myself a left-wing person.
That's what I said. I always thought he was, like I said, the ones I talk about, they can't make up their mind. And today it's become fashionable to be undecided. I don't think neither one of them. It's all corrupt. It's all that the coward shit. But
thought I would ever vote right wing. But then the tides of culture shifted in a very bizarre way. And it just made me, over time, much more aware of what this stuff is really all about. Because what this stuff is really all about is just these natural human behavior patterns and these tribal instincts that we have. And it overpowers all discussions. It overpowers what's good for the collective group. It overpowers everything. It's just people pick a fucking team, and then whatever that team says, they can do no...
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. People like Joe, but it's all good. It's like, no, we don't just pick up. That's what I'm saying. These people, Joe Rogan, he's not a Christian. And then, okay, whatever, this is America. But you could tell, I'm trying to tell y'all the difference. They still, all of them, that's how, like I said, them recent converts to from Democrats, they all, like, oh, it's just, it's tribal. It's like, no, it's not. I don't know why y'all thought that. It is not tribal, It's not that they can't do wrong. It's people. That means Joe Rogan didn't grow up in the right type of household. His dad, Joe Rogan don't believe in, he thinks he does, MMA is like, no, you think you do, but you're a liberal who can't make up his mind. You don't believe in get up and try again. And it's not that they can't do any wrong. We know they were career politicians on both sides. It was. But everybody has seen the light now. We can do it the right way, like it's supposed to be. And we'll really seen the light because it was communists who infiltrated for the last 100 years and worked their way in. And that's all it is. It's not, they still keep trying to sound like they're, wise and learned. And it's not, no, you're just a coward. You can't make up your mind. It is not that, it's not that we can't criticize what the Republicans do and they can't do no wrong. Is that what part don't you understand? They do, and it's not hard. They do. That's the sad thing, and this is really easy. These dumbass Democrats fucked everything up, and life could have been so easy for everybody. And y'all still, that's why I said these people are kind of worse. The Joe Rogan and the, the Trish, all them people at the Sky News who still trying to sneak their way in and get people to think that, you know, it's, oh, don't be tribal, and that don't just, we are everybody, we've been saying for years, especially with in 2020, the scamdemic, we all been saying whatever, you know, that let us make up our own mind. It's not that we think they can do no wrong. Let us make up our own mind. That's our motto. So how is that they can't do no wrong? So if they do something wrong, we gonna hold them accountable. And like I said, it's not hard to not do anything wrong. Is that so? Yeah, you know, yeah, bad. They bad rolling by with their little ragged ass little shit. Meet me, and broke ass little bitch. But riding by on a put beep 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 beep. Little bitch, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. No, because that shit is not manly. Oh, and see how small that shit is. Yeah, beep 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 beep. Oh, that little, he on one of them little 80C or 125 street bikes that you, yeah, dirt bike. Yeah, the little that what's that shit? You know, that East Coast shit right now. Yeah, the Rough Rider little bitch ass. Somebody gonna run your bitch ass over next year. You know. You keep riding them little nasty motherfuckers and shit. Better take it somewhere where you're supposed to, off road somewhere. Yeah, don't get tough on no little dirt bike, nigga. Somebody gonna run your ass, you know, motherfucker bike by an old ass truck to go hunting your little stupid asses down and shit. They can, your family gonna be on the news, you know. Oh, he didn't deserve. He was just a little boy. He just was riding around. He didn't deserve all that. We know it's illegal, but he didn't deserve it. Look, we don't give a fuck. Little bitch should have been off road somewhere. That's the end of it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so it's almost time. Well, it's been time to fix something to eat. Well, here's another funny one. Well, here, this one is like what we keep talking about.
It's pretty apparent
how y'all all y'all do is get mad. Look at this nigga. He wanted to say something, but they know they can't now. All their protection is gone. So his little crybaby shit.
With which they hold half of the country in.
But then they all start yakking at the same time, and him just like a little bitch. They all start yakking and shit.
Scott Jennings, who we've shown you a bunch of clips of, who's doing a nice job. Here he is pushing back against the guy by the name of Franklin Leonard. I don't know who he is, as he blames Biden's...
He's a bitch. That's all we need to know. It has nothing to do that we're tribal and he don't agree. No. Like I said, communism ain't politics. You coming to take somebody's shit is not a different opinion. And like I said, we'd be much better off when all of y'all stop kissing Google ass, or next year when y'all be able to tell. Maybe it's not y'all fault, but once everything is broken up and everything, y'all can stop telling that lie, that it's tribal, that we're just split. It's like, no, one side is literally a side of traitors who want to steal from everybody else. And that's the only thing. Yeah, he's a fucking thief. That black dude with the dress right there is a fucking thief.
You're not gonna believe this. Yeah, it's the stutter. It's the stutter.
Say though, because
all these niggas are a bunch of thieves. Her, that bitch, him, they're a bunch of fucking thieves.
The White House. He was in his house doing this, and
real niggas don't play that shit. You ain't finna come steal from no. I don't give a fuck. Hey, bitch, we don't give a fuck. You ain't stealing. You can go wash your pussy out and get the fuck out of my house. That's about it. Go on to the next nigga.
And the reporting is that there are places that he can be useful, but he's not everywhere, like you might expect a sitting president to be for his vice president.
I don't know that I would expect this president to be everywhere in this moment. I mean, look, a critical element, any coach will tell you, any CEO will tell you, a critical element of running a team and winning is assessing the strengths and weaknesses of your team members and making sure you allocate them in the right way. Joe Biden has never been...
That's another thing. I think, like I said, they keep putting this stuff in my recommendations under different people's channels. Yeah, this guy too. He's another one that used to be with them people. Even with, he was ran in them circles. He said he was telling us about his past in New York, like the old days when Barbara Walters or something like that. All them people, the 2000s. She was old as fuck, but bottom line is, he know them people, even though he's on our side. That New York, as they say, the upper crust or whatever, that nobody gives a fuck. But I mean the Reuben guy. But so yeah, they choose these these people who are part of it, who's claimed to be converts, to sneak this type of stuff. Cause like this guy, y'all black folks still, whatever. I don't know why y'all chose me. This guy, they get mad because we as leaders, we can tell what Trump is doing. Now they're trying to talk like leaders. Oh, team leader. He said that because I've been told y'all, I was team leader in the 82nd, but not like some nerd or fuck boy, whatever the fuck he is, who jealous and mad, who would have never made it.
A critical element of running a team and winning is assessing the strengths and weaknesses of your team members and making sure you allocate them in the right way.
Because I think that's in response to us clowning the general that they tried to tout. And they had him talking about, Trump said he admired Hitler, and we're all like, no, he fired that nigga back in, years ago. And that's what he's mad about. He's still disgruntled. And so nobody's buying, that he's just, he's a credible source. No, he's a mad little bitch.
Joe Biden has never been a big arena speaker. He's never been the most fluid speaker. And by the way, as someone who had a stutter growing up, it's very obvious to me if there's an apostrophe.
Everybody always got to have a problem. And steady girl, who gives a fuck, nigga? If we all grew up together, yeah, we probably made fun of you. Yeah, bitch. I'd have laughed, what I'm saying? But it wouldn't have been that bad, especially with little kid. High school, we're too old for that shit. The only way we'd have made fun of you in high school if you was one of our homeboys and you did some stupid shit, like all of us. I got Lito. Yeah, you did something, and it's an inside joke. Yeah, like really like New Jack City with the Dutter Man. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Come on, let's go. Something like that. But other than that, don't play victim. Don't try to play victim. That's what we're tired of y'all in this. Oh, I had this or this, that. If anything, you say, yeah, I did. You stutter, but now I overcame it. You know, obviously the biggest stutter that everybody should know is Darth Vader. He said that's why he enunciates, because he had to overcome it. James Earl Jones, look up his story. So yeah, he don't use it. That's the old school. That's what I'm saying. All these people who say they had problems, and if you're in a position like this, and we don't even know who he is, but you don't use it as, that you get to say what you want and shut everybody else down, and what's good for everybody else because you had a problem. No, what you do, you use your story as a testimony that you overcame it, and look at me now, and you can do it too, and you ain't even, see what I'm saying? Whether you got problems or not. That's how I know about James. I didn't never want to be an actor, but it was an interesting story. He said he had a real bad stutter.
The supporters there. He was referring to the garbage spewed by supporters, not simply the supporters themselves.
Yeah, I bet he didn't know I knew that when he said this bullshit. Yes,
getting ice cream in Maryland,
yeah, hell, I bet he didn't know that because I know that. Yeah, I know y'all still. I don't know why y'all own me like that. But y'all gonna end up owing me everything. I don't know why. But I think y'all so deep that y'all past the point of no return. Exactly. Y'all can't go back. That's the only thing I can think of. Or, I thought of something. It's numerology, y'all. Yeah, it's like some witchcraft shit. I never understood it, but I heard of it as a kid, stuff that's not to fuck with in New York City, because in New York there's all these people, Haitians and this and that, as a kid. And, my family, they wasn't no warning us, like I said, I just probably playing with my toys and they were all talking stuff about it. That's why I don't know about it. I got a theory about that, but I might go into it probably, whatever. And it'll be a while from now, weeks or months. But I think I figured it out. Maybe it's a theory.
he was today. He's best showing moments of empathy in Arizona like he was last week. He's best with union folks.
See, there you go, empathy. Well. There they go with that. They tried to make that, and that's the communist shit. They trying to weaken our leadership, and weaken our future leaders. You got to think about empathy first. No, there's no empathy. In basic training, ain't no empathy. Maybe nowadays, the woke military, that's what I'm saying. They weakened us. Ain't no empathy. You can't hack it, you gotta go. I can have some empathy while you packing or something, but rest of us, we didn't want to get recycled or get put out. There's no empathy, it's like, nah, where is that? Either you don't understand those words, but really, as a kid, you didn't hear empathy. You might have heard compassion. He was very compassionate. And you probably, as a kid, you didn't understand because the dude was mean as fuck. But as an adult man, you realize, he was compassionate. But he was very, very stern. Now they changed stern and tried to replace it with empathy. Weak ass niggas. That's why he started. That's why I told you. I knew where he was going with this. That's why he started with the I had to stutter. Who gives a fuck, nigga? You're a grown ass man. You see from the title, Gus struggles to hide his anger. It is pathetic bullshit. Exactly. Exactly. Now, I'm starting to see what he was talking about. That shit is pathetic, especially for black men. And this is what they try to put up there for the younger kids. This is bullshit. Somebody needs to slap his bitch ass.
People where they are best. You put Obama in a big arena, you put Michelle in a big arena, and you put Joe Biden in front of a bunch of union people doing retail politics.
You could make the argument that they would be fine if Joe Biden wasn't anywhere near a microphone between now and next Tuesday.
Let me just accept the most charitable framing of this, which you just gave. Yeah. Why is he sitting in front of a laptop at the exact same moment Kamala Harris is out on his backyard trying to give the closing argument to her campaign? What in the world is he doing? Now, I don't accept your framing of it personally because I actually do believe he.
Yes, I'm glad these niggas ain't scared of them no more. You know, they're not scared of being called racist. Yeah, you know, they're going on there and into the lion's den with these cowards who gonna just gonna play victim, who gonna try to hit you metaphorically and play victim and won't let them talk. And you know, yeah, you gotta stand up to these cowards. You know, there's a shame in this day and age. You gotta stand up to cowards. Brave men, we gotta fucking stand up to fucking cowards. You know that is so. They said that the Bible is gonna be reversed, but I don't think that's that time period.
Harris, the Democratic Party, and most of their campaign do believe that half the country is garbage. They've also said people who go to Trump rallies are Nazis. And so it's pretty apparent the disdain with which they hold half of the country in.
It's not true.
How's that not true? What do you mean? It's not. Yes, it is. They literally got ads. We all done seen it. Comparing it to a 1939 rally that it's the same. It's a Nazi rally, and now they're sitting up there lying. It's not true. Yes, it is true. We seen it. We seen the ad that I couldn't believe it. I'm like, how are they allowed to do that? But then, like, you know, some people trying to be smart. It's like that's not the same. The one that they're in now, the one that I grew up around, or I never went to, but the one we all know from watching basketball games or whatever, or wrestling back in the 80s and 90s, Hulk Hogan and them. That Madison Square Garden was built in 1968. So the one Trump was at a couple of days ago, it's a different Madison Square Garden. If you want to go there and just, you know, be like Democrats and be technical, it's like, nope, it's a different Madison Square Garden than where they had that rally in 1939 with Democrats supporting, just trying to bring the Nazi party over here. As usual, always Democrats accuse you of registered Democrats.
Joe already litigated it in Kamala's speech tonight.
But as a tactical matter today,
No, but you don't just get to
why
say
in
that.
the world is Joe Biden giving remarks at the same
So
time?
I'll give you that.
Yeah, and then of course they all try to pile on him. Yeah, everything Scott said there was right. Listen, what is worse? You guys call half the country Nazis all the time. That's everywhere, constantly, nonstop. You do it on CNN all the time. So what's worse, that or garbage? So why wouldn't Biden call those people garbage? If you really thought that half the country...
Because Biden is mad. He don't give a fuck. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to for a minute, like, well, why is he doing this? He's definitely not on our side. But he's not. He don't care. It's like, oh, okay, you know, that bitter shit. Oh, you gonna do me like this? So, yeah, he knows what's gonna fuck Kamala up. And here's a funny thing, you know, that's what I keep talking about.
Husbands, which they are promoting, by the way.
The punks on and the Democrats letting their wives. It's like, how does that equate? This means that your wife is cheating on you, and the Democrats they like that. You know, they like their wives. You know, they like to share their wives. They into that shit because, like everybody in the comments, any sane person and women. The same women, like, wait a minute, if I gotta lie, yeah, our marriage is fucked up anyway. And they like we said, they trying to push it that, you know, men are controlled. It's like, no. If you want to be a traditional woman, be taken care of, you do need to follow his lead. And if you don't, y'all shouldn't have never got married. Now, all that's what I'm saying, that modern day shit that you can just, it's like, no, you don't have nothing in common.
The stars really do need to align for her, though, and it's possible, but it's hard. Number one, there needs to be a late breaking of independence in her direction, sizable. So we talk about late breakers, right, Megan, which is like, okay, people in the middle that have no idea how they're going to vote to election day, which way are they going to tilt? If they tilt 50-50, it's not going to be great for her. She needs to win those like 65-40, 65-35, almost 70-30. So that's number one. Number two, she needs there to be a quiet pro-abortion vote that nobody is detecting in the polling.
Now, I can tell you, I don't think that exists because I have now done well over 20 campus stops, Megan. And as I do them, well, thousands of kids attend. We had 5,000 University of Georgia. You can usually tell, are there any counter protests? There's like 4 or 5 people, maybe. So the energy and the spirit on that topic is there for the base, but I think it really tapers off and plateaus beyond that. She also then needs to have massive female turnout, and she needs to win like 70% of the female vote in battleground states. That is going to be very difficult for her, but it's possible. And she needs people to basically lie to their husbands, which they are promoting, by the way, which I find that entire advertising campaign so repulsive. It is so disastrous. It is just like
I'll show it in a minute.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's the hoes. You know, but them dudes deserve it. You married a hoe, you deserve. You know, that's what that means. If she's even, cause if they that's what we're talking about. They got hoes and dressed them up. You know, put business suits on them. You know, you know, like Megan Thee Stallion or whatever. All of them. And these dumbass niggas thought they had something. No, we're not jealous. We're not talking about it out of angst, spite. What you know? What? No. I ain't saying we wouldn't smash or fuck her. Upset. Yeah, we don't want her. Like, she ain't gonna leave. I'm good. I ain't even gonna fuck her because you know she would have keep coming back. Like, nah, you can have her.
It is the embodiment of the downfall of the American family. I think it's so gross. I think it's so just nauseating where this wife is wearing you'll show it, wearing the American hat. She's coming in with her sweet husband who probably works his tail off to make sure that she can go, you know, and have a nice life and provides for the family. And then she lies to him saying, oh yeah, I'm going to vote for Trump. And then she votes for Kamala Harris as her little secret in the voting booth. Kamala Harris and her team believe that there will be millions.
Yeah, they think that's what I'm saying. They got dick on the brain, all of them. You know, Kamala's a big hoe. She's the leader of the hoes. It's not Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B or what's the Ice Spice or what's the white girl Taylor Swift. It's Kamala. You know, she the biggest hoe. You know, Willie Brown, Slick Willie, all the way to the White House. She's the leader. So yeah, have your little secret girl, and yada yada yada. But women, and even these young women starting to realize that some of them, before they even get to that point, they starting to realize like, yo, you know, I ain't finna be like, you know, some old used up hoe, and these dudes gonna marry somebody else.
Of women that undermine their husbands and do so in a way that it's not detectable in the polling. So that's something they're counting on, and if that's correct,
that's a good thing that they're counting on that. That's what I'm saying. Hoes don't know women, and them lame ass Democrats niggas don't know women. You know, but like I said, that's why they're communists. They don't know women. They want all the women. You know, they can't have, and yeah, the rest of us, bitch, we can't have for whatever reason. You're in a relationship already or whatever, you just leave it alone. And then on not only that, if they lie, and that, because the dudes, yeah, them type of dudes, they lie. You know, remember I never lied. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to, like, you know, the smooth guy that lie and all that. You know, I could be charming smooth, but not the lies and shit like that. Or the guys, I never heard of that stuff in person. A guy who lied about what he had and, you know, money and cars and da-da-da. It's like, what? Really? I never, you know, I can't do that. But so these people are liars. And that's what they say. They really feel safe, which is a good thing, because they're dependent on it. Like, so you know what? Well, we got to do it. We got to try it. And they could honestly know it's not gonna work, but they might be, but I doubt it. They're not that smart. Like, where they're like, just do it anyway. We ain't got no choice at this point.
That speaks.
Hail Mary. Who knows? It might work, but like a Hail Mary is more calculated than we think, right? I know I can't, you know, whatever, but
for much deeper moral decay of the country, Megan, than anything that politics could ever solve, right?
But you know what? Should we really be surprised? Kamala Harris is married to a man who has been credibly accused, to use the less favorite term, as a woman beater. Okay? That's who she married. And she won't comment on it. His denial was a non-denial denial. The report is untrue. and then went on to offer character evidence of how he would never strike a woman. The woman went on the record anonymously, but with a great detail with the Daily Mail about what happened to her when he wailed her across the face for no reason. They weren't even fighting. This is a year before he started up with Kamala. This is an ancient history. So then, by Doug Emhoff's own account, when Kamala Harris was elevated to the position of nominee the day Joe Biden dropped out, she couldn't find Emhoff. He was in a spin class, whatever. And when she finally got him on the phone, her first response was, "Where the F were you?" Something I have literally never uttered to Doug in the 18 years we've been together. I don't speak to my husband, who I love and adore, like that, nor does he speak to me like that. We have a respectful, loving relationship. And so it doesn't surprise me that she and her team would come up with, let's do something that...
You know who speaks like that? Hoes speak to their men like that. They do. You know, she been tossed around so much, and he, you know, I guess he figured, you know, this is the best I'm gonna get. A used up bitch, and you know, they, you know, because they, you know, to her, he's not like the other dudes like Willie Brown or Montel, so she talked to him like a bitch, and and the other niggas she didn't fuck, so she talks to him like that. Any real man, you know, we get rid of this bitch. Oh, you already know. You got dick on the brain. Whatever. I got what I want anyway. And you're not doing it out of spite. If she talked like that, I've never had it, you know, where the fuck were you? But I'm just that is some shit right there. You know, yeah, you know, you just don't, you know, bitch, you know, you don't tolerate that shit. It ain't no violence, you know, you just gone out the door. Like, oh, I can go. Or, you know, whatever, I'm calling police. If you don't want to go voluntarily, 911.
Talks about dishonesty and division in a marriage where someone betrays the other, and that's totally normal. That they don't have the kind of marriage where they can just be honest about their political differences. The wife must lie to her husband, the father of her children, in order to support me, Kamala Harris.
It is really, it's demented. And just to be clear, they are promoting, I don't want to say infidelity because that's not fair to say, but it's like it's a form of...
Yes, they are. See, this fair, you know, this guy, Ben Shapiro, you know, he don't, it is not a black thing the way I'm thinking. That's good for him. He don't know about that. But, you know, I think he don't have to watch out about that because I think he wouldn't get involved with a chick like that. I think he has the instincts, but I think he really don't know. Like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. She's a hoe. She's promoting, because you know, if she's willing to do that, you know, she's willing to lie about anything. Her little secret, yeah.
It's a form of marital Yeah, no, that's exactly right. There's a form of marital dishonesty. So Kamala Harris's path to the White House is marital subversion. That's a better way to say it. Is that if Kamala Harris were to win, there would be widespread marital subversion. I want everyone to understand that. If you're on the fence about voting, Kamala Harris wants to get power so badly. She wants to turn wives against husbands and think that's like cool and does a television advertisement against it.
Let's watch.
Like I said, the sexy shit. That's why we don't like all that sexy shit in black society. You know, I call it sexy. It's not really sexy. What I mean is that every black movie, a female black movie, it always got to be sexy. Nobody's jealous of the dudes. You know, get the same dude, Shamar Moore or somebody, or Morris Chestnut. You know, I'm talking about our generation, the young girls. Them niggas old. But, you know, it is always sexy. Scandal. Yeah, the TV show Scandal. Might not be the Morris, but, you know, I hate no him. Or none of that shit. It's always the sexy and cheating and scandal, and you know the husband can't know, and you know they tried to make that a thing where like I said, that's why they got rid of gangster rap and brought all that shit in, the Puffy type shit, probably producing that shit, and Tyler Perry, you know, where the wife got to, you know, pull a skirt down and, you know, try to clean up before her husband walk upstairs or whatever, or wherever they are cheating. The whole show is just cheating. Yeah, it's supposed to be scandalous and all that shit. That's what they've been into. That's, like I said, that's embarrassing that black folks are the ones introducing and, white folks got it too, but I'm just saying, y'all try to do it to another level. It's all sexy and I get other races, got the movies, the Telemundo, soap operas, but
Yes, please.
Stand by.
Your turn, honey.
In the one place in America where women still have a right to choose,
They're at a polling station.
you can vote any way you want,
She's looking at Trump
and no
versus
one will
Harris.
ever know.
Two women are looking at each other.
no one would ever know. That's literally why guys don't trust basically any woman, right? Everybody know your woman can cheat, and you will never know. You just gotta trust it. Some guys never get cheated on. I don't know if I have, but you would never know. Supposed to be at work or is at work. The co-worker, anything. She mad at you. We done heard the stories that she mad, and like I said, if I get to that point, if I was staying with a bitch and she's mad and getting dressed and I'm not where you going, I'm not asking where you going, and, I'm not on that where you going shit, and it's so that mean it's over. Cause yeah, you ain't coming back here like yeah, nah. I'm just going out with the girls and like nah. You that mad and you leave it and dressing up, and you want me to just get mad that you went up, and got ready, took a shower, put on your outfit. Okay, yeah, I see you. You wanted me to see you and get jealous, but no, I'm not. If you at this point, then it's over. This is that. That's what I'm saying. They don't recognize what this. They trying to, or either they. I don't know. I think he don't. He's like it's not infidelity. Like yes, it is. It is like how you get it. I'm not finna argue with you. If you a man, you a dummy. If you on that, I don't care. I'm gonna laugh at you. There's nothing you can say to convince me. The only way would be something that no man would want to do. If you gotta track your wife 24/7, either that right there proves it. You're not gonna prove nothing to me. You're gonna prove your relationship is over.
You make the right choice.
Sure did, honey. Remember, what happens in the booth stays in the booth.
See, that is literally, like I said, that's why real niggas are real big. We all know, it's it. The bitch, if she want to cheat, ain't nothing, you'll never know. But like I said, it's not a contradiction. You will know because she gonna change. That's how you know something wrong anyway. It's just that things change. She's not subservient no more. This and that. And it's not about being your dog and that. It's just, she was a sweet, that's why you fell in love. She's a sweet girl. She's a sweet woman. Da. Somebody else has control. It's not that she's a feminist and changed her mindset. It's no, she's not yours no more. Some other dude has control over her. Some people stay after years and still stay together. No, and the dude know deep down it's on him because you can know. There's no way you don't know. Because she's under somebody else's control. She does what he says now, and she's arguing with you over stuff she would never argue. But now it's because of his influence. She might not even know. It's just now what you say. Nah, she got to have something else. No.
Oh my God! And then not for just for good measure, they make the male Trump supporter look like a complete doofus.
Of course, obviously, and it's just this is the state of the Democrat Party, which is like, oh yeah, your husband is dumb and an imbecile. Doesn't matter if he works his tail off to make sure the mortgage is paid and the bills are paid, and is a good father to the kids. But when it comes to Kamala Harris, subvert, because that matters more. And so they think that's going to happen at scale. They've said that, not as explicitly as that advertisement, but Jen O'Malley Dillon, or whatever her name is, the rocket scientist running her campaign, has said we think there's a quiet suburban woman vote of people that will not be detected in the data versus the household, is what they say. They're much.
And to me, that sounds more like bullshit. It sounds like the mysterious votes in the middle of the night all of a sudden. Oh, the surge. Yeah, it was the undetected wives who lied to their husband. Exactly. This ain't don't fall for this shit. It's those, like I said, if you know women, they don't like that shit for real. Yeah, because she don't want to be lied to, especially a woman who's definitely being true to her husband, never cheated. She definitely ain't finna lie to that nigga. So no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. The hoes, they think they don't, because they really don't. Matter of fact, they don't like women like that. So they don't talk like, if anything, they work together, they speak to each other, and that's it. So they think all this, so they don't even know what they said. They don't know that there's like, no, there's no undetected anything. They ain't trying to get cheated on, they got that, they had that dude, and then their family gonna look at them like they crazy. Girl, what the fuck did you done? They sisters, they mamas, they aunties, they grandma, they like in their 30s or something. Yeah, they go look at her like you crazy. How could you do him like that? A lot of them might be on his side, probably.
Or polite, as the campaign. And then finally, they believe that this is the more unusual one, which is just going to be really hard to believe. Again, I'm not discounting it because anything is possible with this stuff, but they're counting on Democrats changing their voting habits and showing up big on election day. That would be interesting, honestly. That would be quite remarkable. We don't see any data with that because right now the early voting numbers are favoring Republicans in many of the swing states. In fact, Republicans and Democrats are almost even in early voting nationally. So Kamala Harris needs a lot of those things to kind of align. She's underwater on every issue except abortion. She's underwater on capacity to lead and serve, underwater even on likability and favorability. And so what is her closing message? Call the opposition fascists and Nazis. I will say for people in the middle, moderates, they tell pollsters they are repulsed with that kind of language and that kind of rhetoric, which again, they used to be, oh, Donald Trump is raising the rhetoric. By the way, you're a bunch of Nazis. Moderate swing voters do not like that at all. And so I can't imagine that it's going to be persuasive. But
no, Charlie, there's backup for that. They not only did we hear a report earlier this week from Dan Turrentine, who's on two-way with Halperin, that the messaging had gone out in the swing states to the lower ticket politicians, like those running for U.S. Senate, lower than president. You don't have to follow that. You don't have to do what she's doing. And there's some data to suggest you shouldn't do what she's doing. But just this morning on the Daily, they reported the same, that their testing in the Democrat circles is showing that's not working. That the people don't like it. It's not a good closing message, which is why they think she was going to try. They taped it before last night's speech to be more uplifting in her speech yesterday. But I mean, how do you spend weeks saying they're Nazis, they're fascists, they're Hitler, and then say rainbows, unicorns, yay, follow me?
No, but hold on. This is very important. Let's play this out. This is how sick and dishonest. Okay, so Kamala, you're going to allow a Nazi a seat at the table to help you decide policy? Do you actually believe the crap you're spewing? Are you going to go bring a bunch of Nazis and unite the country with them? No, which one is it, Kamala? That you want an uplifting future or that half the country are worthy of extermination? Like, I love when they say, I'm going to put a Trump supporter in my cabinet. Wow! Which one? Goebbels? Reichman? You call all of us as the worst people on the history of the planet, and then all of a sudden you want to bridge together. The super PAC that Kamala Harris that super PAC that is outside of her campaign has basically said, they said in the New York Times, stop doing this. The data is bad. Do not do this. And so, Megan, what I think is happening, and I don't have any evidence of this, and I hope I'm correct, is that I think it's a bunch of young zealots that are in the Kamala Harris campaign that are high on their own supply, that are like, just call them what we all know what they are. Give us the red meat that we deserve. And they're trying to also boost Democrat turnout because their Democrat turnout is not there like it was in 2020 proportionally. So they have simultaneous problems going right now. And again, I think it's a dark chapter of American history that we have to enter, and we have to even be talking about this. Donald Trump gets called all the worst names imaginable. I do not know any instance where Donald Trump called half the country garbage or trash. Instead, he tries to win over their vote. He says, come on and support me, and our movement is better, and here's
Nor
why.
has he referred to all Kamala supporters or the left as the enemy from within. That's not how he's using that term. He's using that to describe the people who stole his first term from him by the Russia hoax and the BS impeachment.
And also shot him.
The constant undermining. And the people who shot him. The people who've made it their mission to try to get him impeached or indicted and unleash lawfare against it. Every sane person gets that, but it's been amazing how the media has just refused entirely to.
Yeah, that's what I said. Every sane person knows what he's talking about. Nobody is like, oh yeah, that's what he was talking about. Y'all are right. But anyway, let me go shrimp it up. I got some shrimp I got to clean and cook.